Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We are in 3 layers deep, and today we are actually going to be discussing the dermis, which is the second layer of your skin. We're actually going to be speaking about the dermis and the subcutaneous layer. Okay, so those are the last 2 layers, okay, that complete the whole layers of your skin series. Okay, but first of all, really quickly, Gina from Gina Bino Weena, I forgot the last numbers, I'm sorry girl. I did some research and I did not find anything on what produces your undertones. Okay, I know the keratinocytes, I don't believe have anything to do with it, but maybe what you said before, the hemoglobin, maybe that has something to do with it. But I googled it. I even I went back to my books, and I see nothing. Estheticians are pretty much limited to only the epidermis, so anything beyond that we don't deal with. But I'm pretty sure your professor was right, and girl, when you find out, you let me know, because I want to know. Okay girl. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, by the way. Anyways, so and back to what I was saying. Today we're going to be speaking about the dermis, and the dermis is actually the live layer of connective tissue under your epidermis. Okay, and in this layer is where you will find where you will find oil glands, sweat glands, nerves, and the erector pili muscle. And the erector pili muscle is actually what is responsible for goosebumps. So you get goosebumps, and how that works is this little muscles actually attached to your hair follicle. So every time you get cold, or you get scared and your hair stick up or whatnot, it's caused by this muscle, and it's just attached to your hair follicle. And what it does is, I know this is like bad, but it pulls on it. So when it pulls on your hair follicle, your hair's actually stick up. So that's how it works. Also, this layer is actually 25 times thicker than your epidermis. Your epidermis is just the corneum layer, the first layer that you see. That's actually only about as thin as a sheet of tissue paper, or even thinner. Okay, so the dermis is definitely 25 times bigger or thicker than the epidermis. Also, the dermis is actually made up of 2 layers. Yes, 2. And those layers are, the first one being the papillary layer, and the second one being the reticular layer. The papillary layer is the actual layer that connects the dermis to your epidermis. Okay, and located here is what they're called papillae, hence papillary. And what those are small cone-shaped structures that are found that are found at the bottom of your hair follicles, and attached to these papillae you will find either coiled I'm sorry, lost train of thought. What you will find there attached to these papillae are either coiled capillaries, which nourish your epidermis, or you will find tactile corpuscles, which is just a fancy name for these nerves that are pretty much sensitive to pressure and touch. Yes, pressure and touch. Then the reticular layer, that is the deepest layer of your dermis, the deepest layer in your live skin. Okay, and what you will find there is protein fibers that give your skin its resiliency and strength. And what produces those are these cells called fibroblasts that produce your collagen and elastin. And the production of your collagen is makes up about 70% of your dermis. In contrast, unfortunately, the elastin is only about 1/15 of the production of collagen. So there's a substantial larger amount of collagen than there is of elastin. Now, what breaks these fibers down is intrinsically or extrinsically. Intrinsically meaning, you know, smoking cigarettes, that just messes up your collagen and elastin. It just breaks them down. And the sun, obviously you guys all know, you've heard that the sun is bad, and it's the rays, the UVA and the UVB rays that attack at your collagen production. And what it does, it just breaks them down, makes these fibroblast cells just very brittle, and they can't no longer slide over one another smoothly. Okay, and that is the primary causes of wrinkles and aging. So there you go, guys. Quit smoking if you smoke, and don't start if you don't smoke, and wear sunscreen. Okay, also within these fiber proteins you will find hydrating fluids such as hyaluronic acid. And what it does just mainly is that it's just, it hydrates these cells. Okay, and whatchamacallit, in the anti-aging industry, the product development team are pretty much trying to replicate these natural ingredients that are found in your skin. So you will see a lot of ingredients or a lot of products that contain hyaluronic acid, and you guys already know what it does. It's just a hydrating fluid that is found deep within your skin in the dermis. Okay, so look out for those, and I'm pretty sure you guys, some of you guys even have products that contain these ingredients in it. So now you know what it does. And then finally we have the subcutaneous layer. And the subcutaneous layer is composed of adipose or fat tissue. And what that does, it creates a contour, and it's pretty much like a protective barrier, and or not a protective barrier, or a protective cushion. Okay, and what it does, it gives contour and smoothness to your body. And it's also a source of energy. And this layer actually decreases with age, so it sucks. But you guys can definitely do something about the collagen production. Also, I will be speaking in later videos about vitamins. Okay, and there's a specific vitamin, vitamin C, that is included in certain skincare products that actually help to boost your collagen production. Okay, so we'll definitely talk about that in later videos. Thank you so much for watching.